Hey, family, peace and blessings. We are on here late tonight because we were at a beautiful wedding. What's up, sissy? We ain't gonna be on here long. We're gonna discuss this
Hey, what's going
reparations
on?
though. We're not gonna be on here long. How you doing, sissy?
I am good. I am full on black love tonight. We just came from the butler's wedding, and reception, and it was just great to see two young people find each other, find their love, and it was beautiful, beautiful. Um, so yeah, I'm full on black love tonight, y'all. Black love. I'm on black love every night, but tonight is just extra black. Ugh. But it was a beautiful wedding. Congratulations to Jamila and Isaac Butler.
Right on, right on. So we're not gonna be on here too long. We usually go on at 6, but we were at a wedding. And the wedding was beautiful. First of all, it was in Rockland, and the chapel was it was like a historical site. It was beautiful. And just just seeing like it felt very traditional, like in a beautiful way. And then we went to a reception in Old Sacramento, and that was really cool. Like the speeches were beautiful, everything was just beautiful. So thank you, Sissy, for allowing me to tag along with you with that because I
Oh,
love weddings,
absolutely.
but I always love
And
a good
this was the wedding
recognition.
of a young lady who I was friends with her mother, who was now an ancestor. So for her to allow me to be a part of her wedding in remembrance of her mother, we were at the Paula table in remembrance of her mother. And we got to hang out with our sister Tracy and her husband Adrian. So that was great. Adrian gave an awesome uncle speech um, at the
Yes,
wedding. And
he
it was just
did.
good. And it was just good to see young people celebrating somebody young getting married. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it was beautiful. Beautiful. So
And
yeah,
such
thank you for
beautiful
tagging along.
words of wisdom too.
We got another wedding coming up. Can't wait for that one. That's in October.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
down to do a wedding every
I
month. Come
love
on,
it.
y'all. Bring this black love. I'm down to go to a wedding every month. But let's talk about these damn reparations, though. Let's talk. Let's get into
Yeah, we
that while
gonna
we're
get
talking
on that.
about black.
That's why we really going live, y'all, because we got to talk about reparations just a little bit, and then we gonna be off here because it's late and I'm a little tired. But because it was a great day. So I guess that let me bring this on up to the screen. Can y'all see that? Um, I'm doing engineering at the same time. There we go. So the California Slavery Reparation Bill unrailed over Gavin Newsom's amendment. So they didn't even get to it, y'all. They didn't even get to it. So I don't know. See, this is what I was trying to say. That's why I can't sometimes be concerned with other folks. I want to see what people's response is going to be to black people struggling to get reparations. And people say, I was reading some of the comments on some of these pages, and it was like, nobody alive was involved in slavery. This is so much more than slavery. This is how y'all created a whole system to keep African Americans from getting home loans, redlining, prisons, like the whole nine. Like, I feel like reparations, but it was definitely directed towards people who were descendants of enslaved people, because that's really what the difference is. If you came to America, I'm not saying you don't have struggle, but what I am saying is that historically, you know what I mean, that this hasn't y'all came after we did all that civil rights fighting, which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came then, but I feel like this is really I'm hearing some interesting things about this reparations. If you are here in the room, good evening, Tina. Tell us what you've known, but it
Let me
it
hop
it
in
looks
right quick.
like it did not happen.
When you say when you say that they say nobody here was around when slavery was going on, neither were the people who are reaping the benefits of their ancestors that had slaves. They weren't around when slavery, but they sure reaping that generational wealth that was created off the backs of slaves. So even though they may not have been here officially hitting us with the whip, they definitely living off the benefits of those ass whoopings that we got and those cotton fields that we had to pick and our families that were took apart. They reaping all the benefits of their ancestors. So
Bring it
go
up.
ahead. I just want to jump in and
Bring
say
it
a
up.
little piece.
Bring it up. I'll vote for it.
Yeah. So it looked like here with this particular post, that so here's the hard conversation. Like it's funny because black people we have
Peace,
these
brother
really
Clarence.
hard conversations. Yeah, we have these really hard conversations. And I guess the I don't know. I don't know. I guess the one of the Black Caucus, which represents, I guess, Black people who are in our government, if you will,
What you're supposed to
that
represent.
they somehow
Mm-hmm.
blocked this bill. Now, I hope this isn't true. So if you're a part of this, let me know. But this guy said the gentleman was caught on tape. Disgraced Assembly member Isaac Bryan, I guess he's of Los Angeles, was captured on the cell phone footage, willingly, intentionally, and deliberately obstructing Assemblyman Bill. This is Easley, from approaching the Speaker of the House to introduce the reparations bill, SB 1403 and SN 1331. In a troubling move, the California Speaker turned off the Assembly in-house cameras, preventing the public from seeing what was happening on the floor. When Brian
Mm.
realized that he was being filmed on the cell phone, he became aggressive, confronting easily and accusing him of not supporting reparations. However, it was that assemblyman who called for reparations bill to be brought to the floor after the California Legislative Black Caucus refused to support them for a vote. The Democratic Party and California Legislative Black Caucus blocking these bills from being signed. Now, listen, y'all, because right now we are in the midst of a lot of elections, and these are hard conversations. I can't speak for other groups because I think that's what I'll be trying to say when people act like I'm some kind of racist. But it's like, see, this is real issues that Black people are having, and other cultures don't have this kind of issue going on.
Absolutely not.
Like we don't block support for other people, but somehow we get blocked. And I'll be honest with you, if this is true, I'm very disappointed in the Black Caucus. Like we can't blame this on the Republicans. We can't blame this on, the boogeyman. This is us, and I'm a bit confused. And I hope that the Black Caucus and those who are Black who are part of the Democrats, I hope they can help us to explain what happened because I thought they were the supporters of the bill. But you can't represent Black folks and then you don't explain to Black folks what the hell happened. Like why those two bills didn't come up on the floor. Why does Gavin Newsom have need to take some things out or whatever? Like I don't know. Like he's very clear when he support other groups. It just seems like anything that comes to help African Americans, descendant of the slaves, Foundation of Black America, whatever they're calling us, there's always these catch 22s. And I think that's what I keep hearing Black people talk about even during this election cycle is that when y'all get to us, y'all have 1,000 rules. When they come to other groups, y'all supporting people. See, that don't make no sense. And whatever helps Black folks really helps everybody. So I don't know, sis. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think this is a clear case of all your skin folk are not your kinfolk. And I think sometimes we like to deal with symbolism, and we think because it's a black person in the midst of somewhere that they have African Americans or black people's best interests at heart. If this is true, this is a clear case of people that are just there in position, but they don't have a pulse on what black people in America need, the descendants of slaves, or else this bill would have been passed. It would have got to the next level. So unfortunately, we have certain people that are in position, and they're there in position only as having color in the room. You know how coloring books have the black and white, the outline. Some black people are just in rooms for the outline to look like they're really there, and they're just there. I don't know how any black person in America that is, because most of us here are descendants of slaves, unless you're an immigrant that came in here and you came here by choice, but you would understand the reason for reparations and what it could do for certain black communities. And I'm really tired, and I've listened to stuff today. I don't think we should lump reparations in with forced servitude, because people did shit to get into jail. I don't want reparations paid back by letting a bunch of criminals out of jail. I think that has nothing to do with reparations. Of course, black people often are have longer sentences, are unjustly punished, but that should not be linked hand in hand with reparations. I'm sorry, I just disagree with that. But when it comes to this is a case of
I
black
agree.
people in the room act like they speak for the masses, and they don't speak for the masses. They speak for the massa. They speak for the master, as in the white man, as in the government. They're not speaking for the masses of our people. They're speaking for the massa. So this is if this is true, and the black caucus did not push to get this bill passed. Shame on your black ass. Shame on you. And if that's the position that they voted, we need to get their ass up out of there. That's why you can't always vote for
Yeah.
somebody because they're black. And I know you came under a lot of scrutiny for comments that you made, but all skin folk are not your kinfolk. And these is clearly our enemy if they didn't push to do reparations. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. I just feel like
Peace,
black
Leona.
folks have to have to focus on themselves. Like I'm gonna say that at the beginning, in the middle, and the end. When other groups are focusing on themselves, I don't try to make them redirected to black folks because I feel like they have every right to get their
And they
needs
won't
met. And
allow
to be
you
honest
to.
with you, their needs have been met. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to anyway. But I just feel like there seems to always be a problem when somebody say, no, you can't focus on other people's stuff. Focus on your own stuff. That's like me trying to clean somebody else's house up and my house is a mess. When your mom like, no, you can't go focus on their stuff. You gotta focus on your stuff. And so I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's some changes coming into our country, and I think these are going to be good changes. I think you got to stop trying to scare black people with the boogeyman. See, the things that you guys are talking about that we should be very afraid of with this election, I think is almost like a joke because we live every day under this. Every day. This is
And
not some
have
stuff.
been.
If you do this, this won't happen. We've been living like this since we've been here in America. And I feel like you keep trying to scare black people with the reality that we live every day. So we know what it's like to deal with racism. We know what it's like to fight for everything you get. We know what it's like for people who think they know what's best for you better than you know what's best for you. We know what that is like. And I just feel like, we say this is a free country. It's only free if you do what people tell you to do. You're not
As long
really
as you
free
stay in
to
those
have a
lines like
free
the
thought.
coloring book,
You're not really, yeah,
it's
yeah, you're not really free to question when things don't fit for you. Sometimes we're not in the same boat with other people. Even though people try to tell you that, that's a lie. You know how I'm not in the same boat with everybody else? Because I don't see the black sections in Sacramento. I do go
that
to other
part.
sections and support them. I shop at their supermarkets and they store and they clothes because that's how I roll. You know, um, but I don't see those sections. I feel like if we put up a chart to see, oh, this is what Hispanics have, this is what Asian has, this is what Black have, our thing would look empty. Everybody else's will be
Well,
filled up,
and we
and nothing
cannot
wrong with
leave
it.
out the Indians because they have temples on damn near every corner in Elk Grove. Big,
Yeah,
humongous palaces
yeah,
and temples of worship. So I agree with
yeah,
you wholeheartedly. And I think it's just
yeah. I
unfortunate that
just
in 2024, we are not allowed to just say what we think or how we feel or just to voice an opinion because black people have a very unique history. Unlike any others, I hear people every time I talk to somebody, they want to, oh, I'm from this country. This happened to us here. This nobody was taken from their land, brought to somewhere else, stripped of their language, stripped of all of their culture, stripped of their identity. Nobody has suffered that but African Americans here in America, And so for people to come on and act like we're supposed to just let that pass, I'm not sure if this is true either. But I heard that there are now illegal immigrants and immigrants that are getting $150,000 to go towards home ownership. When black people have been asking for some home ownership for God knows how long, they only give us Section 8, but they're giving them money to purchase homes. If y'all don't wake up and stop acting like you said the boogeyman or whatever, whoever y'all want to paint it as or act like we can't, y'all better speak the hell up and do for self and do something. But I
I
think
have
that is crazy. How can you come to a land that you didn't help to create and
you
build?
did.
Black people have been here. We are the structure of America. We are the structure of America and as it runs today. And we can't even get home ownership. Like that is crazy. So for
Yeah,
somebody to sit and defend that, like y'all delusional. Like I've heard of Stockholm syndrome, but this shit is crazy. Like this is beyond Stockholm. This is I don't know what this is called. I I don't even
yeah.
know. I don't know.
I just seen this reparations bill, and I thought to myself, I read about that too, Khadijah. So they'll do deals like this is for everybody, but you need to target black folks the same way you target us for incarceration, excuse me, the same way you target us in your poor school systems where black kids are definitely underperforming and we're not graduating. So you target us for all the stuff that keep your system afloat. So if you're a
That
social
part.
worker, if you're a teacher, if you are a bank loan manager, if you're a probation officer, all those things you have to uh, 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 um, you have
You
to
need
have people
clientele
to
to keep
fill
it
up those
going.
jails and schools, right? You will target
Yeah,
us for that. But I remember once being in a meeting and I said, look, nothing wrong with affordable housing, but I think the black folks in this country, we are far past that. We've been doing that for over 100 and something years, right? When are we gonna do some home ownership? That's how you really change the ball game, when you can own where you live, so you can get some of this equity out of your home. And then they'll pass it, but not for us. Y'all, this don't make no damn sense. Now, and the other thing is, our families, a lot of our families are broken. You need a two-parent household when you buy a house. You need that extra income to pay taxes and water and sewage and all of these other things. Like a single mom, who's working her ass off, that it's going to be hard for her to buy a home where she can have some equity. But y'all,
Mhm.
y'all always want to, and God forbid as you start questioning people's track record. Then they gonna say you're against the person, or it's like y'all. Every time Black folks start to question, then all of a sudden we become a problem. And then we'll be talking about how we're together with other groups, but unless you're going for a position and they going for the position, and all of a sudden you become their enemy.
Mhm.
That's deep. So I'm just saying, yeah, reparations, the California Democrats, like the Black folks who are in the Democrat Party, you got some explaining to do. And if you're going to represent all of us, as you like to say when you're in that, you need to speak to us. The other thing is, it's really sad that people act like they cannot address Black folks when they have a concern.
When it gets to
Yeah,
us, no more money.
yeah. But
You are
in San
absolutely
Francisco,
correct.
they block cash payments. Yeah, in San Francisco, they block cash payments. My home Jerry told me about that. That came up for a vote. That was the NAACP in San Francisco. Because I have friends who worked on that too. And
Now
I
break
just think
that
like
down.
we
Tell
have to.
people what you mean when you say they block cash
So they
payments.
were
What do you
voting
mean
in
by
San
that?
They were voting. They were voting in San Francisco to give every Black person in San Francisco a good chunk of money. And the Black leaders down there, mainly with the NAACP, blocked it, but then they got like a couple of $1 million. I heard it was 50, I heard it was 5, I'm not sure the amount. That went straight to the NAACP. That doesn't go for Black people. That's the advancement of color people. We're talking about Black people. See,
That
there's a
part.
difference. And so I feel like I don't know. I just feel like we got to be honest that we have a problem with Black leadership, and some of them, they're just okay with their spot at the table. They are afraid that their spot may be getting ready to be washed away, and they may end up where all the regular Black people are. And I think we got to be very careful not to vote on color politics. Like you're voting for somebody because they Black, but they may be anti-Black. See, when you start talking about anti-Black, people want to call you a racist. How does that make me a racist? I don't even have no damn power out here. How
That
does that
part.
make me a racist? When I'm looking out for the group that keeps getting overlooked. Y'all love us for the votes. Y'all love us to come bring energy to your movements until we say, maybe I need to be in this leadership role. Then there's a problem. It's like saying you
Mhm.
like somebody to be your maid, you like somebody to be your cook, you like for somebody to rock your children to sleep, until that person say, I think I want a house just like this. Then all of a sudden, that's a problem.
Mhm.
And I just feel like that's why I don't vote party, I vote person. Tell me who this person, what's their record when I say I vote person. I don't vote parties. I'm really sick of Negroes who belong to certain parties trying to tell Black people that one party is better than another party. Both of the parties really ain't about shit. But it's like now we got to look at the person's track record. So you really can't
Mhm.
scare Black people because you done threw everything in the kitchen sink at us.
That
You done
part.
did it all. There's no way
Mhm.
you can make us afraid now. There's just no way. So we have to have some courage out here. See, I don't think liberation comes in a good way. I think liberation comes when you have to struggle. That's when I think liberation comes. And so I think America is at this place in its life where nobody's buying the wool over the eyes anymore. Nobody's afraid of the boogeyman because we've been living with the boogeyman in broad daylight for the past 400 years in America.
Plus.
Some of us are so connected to our ancestors that we know what this means. So the stories that they told us, we are living it still because we haven't learned the lesson yet. We haven't learned to trust ourselves. See, I really believe that everything that happens is a great test for us to rely on ourselves. We have to pull together with those who are like-minded. It don't mean you pulling together with people because y'all share the same skin color. I'm past that. I'm pulling together with people who I can work with and I can have an allyship with, and people who really understand my struggle, which may not be the struggle of everyone, but I'm saying my struggle. When I have to watch black people live in sub-conditioned housing, when I have to watch black people that can't afford to buy a house, because who could afford to buy a house in California at this date and time? When we're watching people choose life, but they don't get supported when they choose life. We watching everybody and their mama receive support except for black folks. And I'm talking about black folks who don't belong to any subgroup. I'm talking about black folks out here trying to live a life and be respectable and raise their children. They deserve home ownership. We deserve reparations. There's no way in hell we skipping past reparations. I really don't understand that. I really struggle with that. And when I seen this, I was like, the Democratic caucus, y'all better come talk to black folks. Again, this sounds familiar, like somebody else running for president. How do you not address us? I'm not afraid of the boogeyman, so you don't scare me with that shit. I'm not voting for you because I'm scared of the other dude. I'm not scared of neither one of y'all. Because as a black person, my condition has not changed. It just hasn't changed. It hasn't. So y'all gotta talk to us, family. And it's don't be scared. I think this reparations bill, I've been watching brother Chris Logison fighting the good fight, keeping us informed. When he tell me to do something, I do it. But I just feel like y'all gotta get y'all messaging out there. I don't know what else to say. Anything else you want to say, Khadijah? That's all I want to say about that. I just feel like black folks, we should be having an opinion. I know we love to party, but I think we party too goddamn much. I just really do. I think all of us should be on our social medias talking about those particular two bills that did not pass. It wasn't even passed. It didn't even get to the floor. It didn't even get to the floor. It didn't even go for a vote. And these people is supposed to be the party for us. At least that's what they tell us. I don't know. And I guess the dude who was bringing it forth, let me see if I can get his picture up here. I think this dude is a Republican. Now y'all really got to do some explaining because y'all like to act like that's the bad party, right? I don't need no, I don't know neither one of these parties. To be honest with you, but I'm just saying. So this dude here, I don't. Somebody correct me. I hope I'm wrong. You know, I don't know. Last time we had a person on here, who wanted to give me a whole spiel about how things work. Never seen it before in my life. You want to read the comment, Khadijah? I did a lot of talking.
We have to take it like the Mexicans. They take the streets over in the bay with food stands. Where are we? I'm out here. They're doing the same thing here in Sacramento, Brother Clarence. When you ride up and down the street, they set up a whole taco stand. The police don't bother nothing. They got Mexican restaurant taco stands every street you drive up in Sacramento. So they doing it here too. And unfortunately, black people, like Rolanda was saying, we too busy partying and doing shit to make us feel good and not doing shit that's going to be better for us in the long run. You know what I mean? We love to throw a get together together. We love to have color coordinated parties and themed parties. And then meanwhile, these two parties, the Republicans and Democrats and everybody else, don't give two shits about black people. Immigrants are I'm gonna go back to that, giving money to buy homes. The people that are illegal immigrants are getting medical, they're getting Social Security. They're getting people that I know work their whole life and then get injured, they can't even get SSI or get anything. And people that come out that has put nothing into the pot. They put absolutely nothing to the Social Security pot. They are now getting benefits. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for black people to wake up and realize it. Like the options we have for president, I think they're both two pieces. They won't do anything for black people. We got to do for ourselves. So we can't get caught up on Trump. We can't get caught up on Kamala because when he was in there before, he did nothing for black people. She been in there for 4 years. She did nothing for black people. So with no one is better than the other, in my opinion. Some people I don't know if you guys seen the clip of Kamala when she say, "I had the power just to sign something, and I could get you took away, and put away for years." And I mean, she really bragged on the power she had with the pen when she was a district attorney down in San Francisco. And so you have to listen to what people say and what they think. She said how she could play with people's lives and their livelihood and their freedom. That sounds like a slave master to me. That sounds like an overseer to me. So we gotta get out of our own feelings and thinking that, because they claim to be black and she on this rant about making collard greens. First of all, we don't put no fucking greens in no bathtub. We ain't never cleaned no black people don't in America. We don't clean greens in no bathtub. That's how I knew she was lying right there. We don't even do that's nasty. That's unsanitary. You wash your ass in the tub. You gonna put food in there? So that's the Indian coming out of her. I seen them cut meat with they goddamn toenails. That's that side of her coming out when you washing greens in the bathtub. But we have really just gotta nothing on the PLC. Yeah, we just gotta really y'all do our research and know what we up against, but there's no way this bill should not have went to the next level. Period. That is crazy. And we
Yeah,
were on
I
some
see
of the
it.
reparations committees and stuff that they had and doing polls and all that. So we
Mhm.
saw, people's opinions.
That's the
This is
Sacramento
crazy.
local
I
one
don't
thing.
think the Black Caucus is speaking for
That's at
Black
the state
people.
level.
I think they're probably speaking for colored people. They probably don't even consider themselves black. I don't even know why it's called the Black Caucus. It should be called Colored People Caucus because they get more out of it than we do. Same thing for the NAACP. That's for colored people. It's not for black people. They get more of the Indian. The Mexicans got laws passed for them. The Asians got laws passed for them. The Pacific Islanders, all of them people got their own shit passed. And black people, we still wait for reparations when y'all know y'all whooped our ass on this land and enslaved us for years. Like it shouldn't even be a thought. But because
Centuries.
black people are not
Centuries.
valued and people sell us the fuck out, this bill means they know nobody. I don't see nobody marching in the streets about reparations. I don't see nobody tearing up nothing. But when a criminal gets shot by a police, we tearing up street. We protesting. We holding press conference. The poverty pimps come out. Where the fuck y'all at in the reparation bill? This is when y'all should be taken to the streets upset and mad. But y'all docile and quiet right now. Y'all quiet right now because y'all don't even know. Y'all probably even up on this kind of shit. It's crazy. Black people, we got a lot of work to do. It's and I hear people say we're not our ancestors. You sure the fuck ain't because they really went to battle in the 60s and 50s and 40s to have their own. So no, you're not your ancestors. You're not because they did fight. That's why we here today. If our ancestors was rolled over like us, we wouldn't be here right now. So no, you're not your ancestors. I think that's such a put down when we talk about I'm not my ancestors as if they were some suckers or something. No, they were not no suckers. We went to lunch with um a former teacher of Rolanda. She talked about being sprayed down with the water hose and how the cops told them to go the other way. So no, they did
Yeah,
not just roll over and take anything. So I think it's it's
they
it's
sure
it's
didn't.
disrespectful to say we're not our ancestors. No, you're not. They have never been there. They have never been there have been Jewish old same as the Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Black Lives Matter was nothing but a joke. Black lives only matter when it was killed by the police. My bonus son was killed by two black men. He was a business owner. He owned three businesses, and it did not one of these Black Lives Matter, none of these pro Black lives said it reached out to us and do nothing. They are pieces of shit. They are poverty pimps, and they just do stuff to get more money for their nonprofits. Get that nonprofit is the new welfare. Fuck out of here. Sorry, I done got off on a tangent, but yeah,
No,
it's
no,
it's,
no,
it's
no, no,
ridiculous.
no. I get it. No, but my thing is this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even pissed off at Jewish people. I'm so clear. I'm serious. I'm so past them old talk. Those are old talking points. I'm talking about what we do as black folks. I can't focus on no other group when it comes to things like this. You know what I mean? And I don't even think it's fair to ask other groups to help us along, even though we've helped every other group. See, people
That
leave that
part.
part out when they talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I think y'all are so used to black people being the floor. I think people are so used to us helping everybody. They think almost that that's our job. Like we're the only people not seen as a people. Everybody else is seen as human beings. They seem as a people with culture, with language, with more the whole nine. We don't get seen as that. Because quiet as a cap, I don't think a lot of us see each other like that.
Hmm.
If I go to one more thing and have a black person tell me Native American, it's like, then why are you doing? What are you in the black class for? Why? Why ain't you with the Indians? There's a whole bunch of them here. Why ain't you with them? Why come bring that confusion? That's how crazy we are. Like that's how
We
I
were
know there's
somewhere
something.
today.
That's why they have to do
We was
reparations. Yeah, we
somewhere
had that. Oh
today,
girl.
and we seen an elder with her ignorant old ass. God, but she just an older
Oh
person.
God.
But this lady was so fixated on this lady's hair because she was Polynesian, and she reached up and touched the lady hair. Like it was so fucking embarrassing as a black person. Like this is somebody's grandmother, probably great grandmother, because she up there in age, getting close, she close to 80.
Yeah.
But this lady was just so we're so mixed up and confused. And when it comes to Jewish people, I don't have nothing against people that
Me, I know.
um work with each other and support their culture. I know what the things you're going through was a Jewish lady that backed you. She didn't give a damn about what happened or what people felt about you. She knew what you stood for and she backed you on it.
She did.
And some black people,
Yes, she
they were
did.
very quiet. They didn't say something. They didn't say anything. The little Asian lady, she pulled her endorsement. I'm gonna put you on blast. You don't have to say it. I'm gonna say it. But you did phone banks for her, walk the district for her and everything, and then you're gonna rescind your shit. Got your number. I hope when she come up for re-election again, black people don't vote for her ass. We got to stop being there for people who are not there for us when it matters. You can say all day I support black people, but when the shit gets down to the wire and you back up, you just showed your card. So you showing your card. I know who you are. And to be honest, when she was running against her brother, still was supporting her because she was the best person for the job. So we thought. But we see you just got your position and now you got to save face. You're not even running against anybody. You're running unopposed. So you really didn't have to rescind your endorsement. That just let us know that you wanted to stay in good stands with other people. So you should on the person who helped you. Got your number, Mai. I know who you are. Got it. Clocked it. So yeah, we gotta get out of our own way thinking that Jewish people are against us or other people. You gotta work with people who's gonna work with you who have the same morals and integrity that you have. You can't, and it's not always going to be somebody that looks like us. I've seen that over the last couple of weeks
Yeah.
with my sister. People that look like her that she's helped don't say a goddamn thing. They let her go on they let her go underneath the bus and then help to accelerate the bus over her. Fuck out of here. All the stuff she does for the community and people were silent. Thank God for Christy Ketchum in the sister circle. She sure did call it out. We appreciate it. But all you other quiet, shiftless Negroes are scary. Clocks. I'll remind her when the time comes and she ready to send a donation to do something for y'all. Fuck to the gnaw. They left your ass out to dry on a clothesline with some wooden clothespins. Hell no. No, no, no. It's about who supports you
But you
when
know
your
what,
back against
Khadijah?
the wall that
I,
really counts. I'm keeping it real
but you
because
know
that
what?
shit was crazy.
No, I
And you
agree.
ain't saying that
I
I'm
agree. But you know
saying it.
what?
So y'all can go ahead. I done
I know.
got
I get you.
threatening text
Khadijah, I
messages.
get
I
it.
done got threatening emails. I'ma always speak my piece because that's what the fuck I do. Y'all don't frighten me at
Yeah.
all.
But
Straight up. I
I
know knowledge
also
itself.
know that. I get you. I also know that that's the same thing that happened to Harry Tubman. That's the same thing happened to
Mm,
Dr. King. That's the same thing happened to Brother Malcolm X, House Militia Oscar
mm-hmm.
Bass. I'm saying that's the same. So when you're a real freedom fighter, none of this shit will come easy. It lets
That
me
part.
know that I am right in line with my ancestors, and how they walked on the planet. So I'm really okay with that. I'm so okay with that. I so am okay with that. I tell you, that's why I can't do the racial politics. Because I've had some people who don't look like me standing with me and like, girl, keep on pushing. And I'm very
Mm-hmm.
grateful for that. I mean, people send me text messages and shit like that. I'm cool. But I
That
feel
quiet
like
shit don't mean nothing to me.
I just know firsthand how, and I only know like an inkling. It's like this much compared to what they were going through back in the day.
Hell
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah,
saying that
yeah.
energy that kept us enslaved, that kept us oppressed, all that, a lot of that shit was on us in terms of people who look like us. See, when
Mm-hmm.
other groups do shit to us, I don't trip off the shit. I really don't. I don't trip off of it. I just think it's very different when you look at like, wow, like some of the things that keep us kind of locked in is usually people who look like you. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
gatekeepers, Omega. Those are the gatekeepers who they think they're keeping a gate. You're not really being included. Don't get it twisted. They use you to block other people who look like you. That's why they put you there. But I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's okay. I actually think I feel like somebody else. I think it's an honor when people come from me when they watch all my videos because I don't get a lot of play on videos. Thank you for making that video go viral. Share this video with all your friends. You know, I
That
do think
part.
we need to have another kind of party in this political system if we're going to participate in it at all. I think there do need to be a third or fourth party. That's just my personal opinion. But I do believe the ultimate answer is do for self. I think it's due for self. Have some courage. Look into charter schools. Look into homeschool. Really take your child's life and put it in your hands for real. The best thing you could do for your kid is to make sure that they get educated, but in the correct way. Not turn them
That
into
part.
robots, not have to go to school and have them fight to be respected. Then they can't even get their test scores up or their reading scores up, or they have to have deal with hostile teachers or people always looking at them or hovering over them like they in a prison system. You may want to try, you may want to believe in yourself to have the power to educate your own children. I believe
And
you
with
can
that
do it.
power comes responsibility. And unfortunately, some African Americans are lazy as hell. I knew people that were upset doing distant learning. When they going back to school, I rather enjoyed it. I got to hear what my son teachers was talking about. I got to be right there. Some people are ready to get their kids out. Being self governing yourself takes work. Be do for self takes work.
Yes.
Some people are very comfortable with their state jobs or whatever job they got, the clock in and out, whatever union they part. They're really comfortable with that. They don't want to do any work where you have to do for self. See, we come from we were young people that was really into our culture. We studied with the Nation of Islam. We studied with the Hebrew Israelites. We studied with Yahweh Ben Yah.
Stay
We
with
studied with
everybody.
people that were building their own way. So we would do for self has just been embedded in us since we were children. So we don't mind
Yes.
rolling our sleeves up and getting busy doing the work. We wasn't always looking for a cushy job so we can get on somebody's payroll and get worried about retirement. We was really trying to do for self and build our own. But
Yeah.
for that comes with work and responsibility. And people don't want to put in
And
the work. It is very
sacrifice.
easy to send and sacrifice. It's very easy to send your children off to school for 8 hours and you get all the free time to go to your plantation. Because your child is on a school plantation, you want a 9 to 5 plantation, and y'all don't have no
Mm.
time to build shit on your own. So my hat, and I see Brother Clarence is
Yeah.
on here. My hat's off to you, young black entrepreneur. My hat's off to you. That's not an easy job to do for self. It's not. Facts, I live
So
to do
hopefully,
what you do for self and respect this as you talk. Yeah,
yes.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, we got
Well,
work to
hopefully
do.
during the week we'll get more information about this reparation. So when we come to y'all next Sunday, we'll have more information and definitely more topics about other stories. But this one, we just not could not let this Sunday pass without talking about what's happening with those reparations. I'm just dumbfounded. I don't know. I just feel like the Black
Stay on
Caucus.
your self
You need to talk.
grind.
You
Just
need to
go,
talk
don't
to Black
stop.
people. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Um, I feel like the Black Caucus needs to talk to Black people about what happened and was it true that y'all blocked another Black person from bringing it to the floor? Like, and see, my thing is, you could just dispel these rumors if they're rumors, or maybe there was a reason why. And whatever the reason is, please make sure it's something that Black folks agree with, not that you were trying to get something for you, but
That
claiming it was
part.
going to help Black people. See, we got to stop doing that too, because what you may think is good for us, we may not be on that no more.
Hmm.
You know, I think we have to be honest in knowing that we really have a lot of. My uncle used to say, blessed memory, who was born in 1923. He's an ancestor now. He used to say, Black people have no friends. I never forgot that to a degree. I never forgot that. So I just think they need to be accountable and tell us what the hell happened. Why didn't the reparations come up for a vote? And was it they? Another rumor I heard is that they said that Gavin Newsom was going to Governor Newsom was going to veto it. That's another thing I heard.
Hmm.
And I'm like, why would he be vetoing anything when it was Black folks that saved his ass during the recall? You had Black
Hmm.
folks out here losing their mind if we didn't vote for him when he was getting recalled. So we may be small in number in California, but our energy is mighty. And that's why you can't, you gotta know why you're voting for people. You gotta know what their track record have been with you along the way. That's why your
And it
skin
can't
color is
and it
not going to be enough
cannot
for
be and it cannot just be skin color, and it cannot be because they bring out the most popular rapper out. It cannot be because they know how to use a flat iron. It cannot be because they talk about collard greens. It cannot be because they went to a HBCU. It cannot be because I know how to crip walk. It can't be none of this stupid shit that we think that entitles them to our vote, y'all. Come on. How many times are you gonna fall for the okey doke? History's repeating itself because y'all don't know history. A lot of black people do not know history. They don't. We've been here before. This ain't the first time. We've been here. We've been here
yeah.
many, many times before. So yeah, we got to. You got to
So
really.
yeah,
It's
we're gonna
power in it,
find
but you got
out.
to really,
I understand that they,
think about it.
and my thing is, we don't need another bill to study reparations. Y'all know y'all owe it to us. See that to me, that just sound like stuff you do to like pass the time and not wanting to deal with the issue. So you'll say stuff like, "Well, we're gonna study that a little more."
It's like
Dude,
playing in
like,
your
come on.
face. That's like
Yeah,
playing
like
in your
that's not
goddamn face. You
disrespectful.
don't have to study nothing about reparations because you know what you've done to our people on these shores. So what are we studying?
And what you
Make
continue to do.
accountability, publicity. Yeah, publicly. Yeah. Yeah. It's just this is crazy.
I don't know.
I don't
So
know, y'all.
anyway, all right, family. That's what we got for tonight, y'all. We just want to jump on and talk about that. It's late. I've had a long day. I know you was with me. We both had long days, right?
Okay.
So yeah, we just
It's
want
here
to
doing
come
what
and
I want to
talk
do.
about that. We love y'all. We will definitely be back up in the building. I'm still gonna be doing my videos. I'm still running for school board. I'm still doing all that stuff. And I just want to say this: I am so grateful to my ancestors for building in me, to allow me to come back to the planet in 1971 and to be here as Rolanda. I am so grateful to be running for office. I really hope I inspire everyday people to run for office. I feel like we have to take this country back to the grassroots people who were never included in this place called America, but make it yours. Make it yours. Anything you want to say, Khadijah?
Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Enjoy y'all week. Do something special for yourself on purpose because you deserve it. And we holla at y'all. Peace and blessings.